You are far smarter than you can ever imagine. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome, no problem that you cannot solve, and no goal that you cannot achieve by applying your mind to your situation. Go on and
Monday.
go on and
It's 5:30. It's 5:31 actually. If you watching me, you know it's time for Real Talk Uncensored with Kiki. And my guest today, sitting in for Tone, is
Mr. Coleman.
Hey, what up, though? What up, though?
What's good?
And if you didn't know, you are far smarter. Y'all have to know that I sit here and listen to the opening of the show every week. I have to get through that part. Like, I don't know why, I just love the song or whatever. So today we got Fat Free Mayo in here. What up, though?
Fat Free Mayo.
AKA White Man. Hi, Fat Free Mayo. And I do want y'all to understand a tidbit of information that nobody cares about is that Kraft stopped making Fat Free mayonnaise. They did a whole funeral for it. And you know, I was the sad one. They said they wasn't going to make it no more. So if anybody's sad about that, join me.
What's the point of that?
They said that people don't enjoy fat-free mayonnaise. White man probably would disagree, but people don't enjoy fat-free mayo. They want the full flavor and fat coming from mayonnaise. Yeah,
I guess they feel like they're gonna put a condiment on there. We're gonna be fat all the way.
Yes.
Well,
yes.
make your own damn mayonnaise.
I mean, it's nasty anyway.
What?
Worst condiment ever.
Mayo is the dopest condiment. Like without mayo, I can't. I can't even imagine life without mayonnaise. MAN, nays. Do you partake in the condiment?
Yeah, mayonnaise is great.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
White people like mayonnaise. Like, do you like? Are you like an extra mayo person? Because I'm extra.
I would settle for a
Miracle Whip
lather. I mean, Miracle Whip or mayonnaise. I mean, I know Miracle Whip. Miracle Whip is a little different, but mayonnaise, it has that good texture and tang. I mean, so a nice good layer on top, on that top bread sandwich, and it's good. I have no problem with it.
Sugar or butter and salt on your grits? Just gotta ask if you eat grits at all.
I don't eat grits.
I know you didn't eat grits. I know it. When you said Miracle Whip is good, I know you didn't fucking eat grits.
I don't eat grits. I don't eat cream of wheat. Those are the two things that I don't.
Never as a child?
It's okay.
I hate them. They're good.
It's all right.
I tried it once and it was nasty.
Give me your card, bro. Duh.
I never had a card.
Right? You never had a card.
I didn't know they had white man cards.
Yeah.
No?
We do. It's called platinum.
Oh, shit.
Slam it on the
You
table.
heard it here. So, how was your weekend, sir?
My weekend was pretty good. It was it was an emotional roller coaster. The events of the weekend was great, but had some bad news in my family, so I'm just dealing with that. Just the roller coasters of life. Seems like this world is going through some crazy stuff. And my Friday was an adventure. I wonder why.
Why?
I don't know. Something happened to somebody's vehicle. How was your weekend?
Let me regale you with the tales of what happened to me on my weekend. So, today is story time with Kiki. Hi, Tweety. Hi, Gabe. Hi, everybody.
LDM
what up,
in the
though? So, check this out. So, Thursday night, I was partying like a rock star. And who the fuck parties on a Thursday and forgets that it's Thursday? Right. This guy. I was that guy. You was that guy too?
Yeah, I was.
So we partied or whatever. I get home. I park my car in the driveway like everybody else. Friday morning, I'll get ready to go to the shop because I'm actually off of my night job. So I'm asleep now. I'm getting up from my house to go to to the salon. I backed up. Of course, so let me let you know that Thursday night followed me into Friday morning, which means I was hungover. Didn't feel well. I jumped in the car with a cup of noodles. Yes, a +1. I jumped in the car with a cup of noodles. I jumped in the car with Gatorade in hand and 2 Alka-Seltzers and chicken broth, bone broth. So that's how I started. That was all in my hand when I was going to the truck. I did a whole reverse, long story long. I did a whole reverse, and I did not realize, I felt something, but I kept saying, you know how you, when your rotors sound, there's like a grinding?
Yes.
So I'm thinking to myself, I know I don't freaking need rotors. I just got brakes done, right?
Just feeling that rumble at the.
Yes. I did a reverse. I did put it in drive to proceed. And you know how the car is like lopsided. I said, I got a freaking flat. I get out the car and my tire's off the rim.
How? All the way.
Off the rim. So now, because Thursday night was so Thursday, I kept thinking, did I drive home like this? Because I really wasn't sure. But I was like, nah, if I drove home like this, then my freaking rim would have been bent or whatever.
Right.
Here goes the story. Of course, everyone alive, you know, all that is it's a quick tire change. I'm like, bet, I could do it. I have an Expedition. I have an old-ass Jack. So it take me 2 hours tops. So I just called my first couple people like, yo, I'm not going to be able to be there. I'm about to just get this business handled. I went outside and realized that it was 1,000 degrees outside.
Yeah, it was hot.
Fuck no. I threw the back signal out, hit the beacon, went to Facebook, and was like, yo, I need help. My homeboy OT, shout out to OT. Boom,
What's
boom,
up,
boom. OT was like, sis, where you at? I'm about to pull up. He got there in 20 minutes. He got this power jack. He got the PVC pipe. He got the drill.
Look like he got a whole silencer on that thing.
He a whole silencer. He get out. Look, he got on his BT, been there and done that clothing line right here. Got on his, I said, yo, you gonna do this shit in yo. He's like, yeah, I'm a man. Like, I get dirty. I get blah, blah, blah. I'm like, bet. Yeah, he got down on the ground, did this and did that. Now it's time to drill.
You think it'd be real simple, right?
Simple. I'm gonna be to work at 11. Tops 11.
Had it all mapped out.
Long story short, he left there. Like, yo, I can't get this off. Like, I'm thinking because he is a home mechanic, I'm thinking his drill's not strong enough. It's okay. Thank you for coming by, though. Let me call the big dogs. So before I called AAA, I called my roadside assistants. I'm like, they'll come here quicker than AAA because it's Friday. AAA be tripping.
Facts.
So I called Geico, and then people showed up. They showed up in like half an hour. So now it's like 11. I'm like, bet I can make my 12:30, right?
Feeling good.
Feeling good because I done canceled 3 people this morning already. I'm sorry, people. And I'm thinking I'm make this 11:30. Geico came with that same drill he had, so I knew I was fucked.
Yeah.
He had the same drill.
30 to 45 minutes wasted.
What? He was like, the whole little jack thing. Nothing doing. So he said to me, sorry, hear my accent, sorry, I can't do, sorry. I'm like, oh.
What accent was that?
I'm not gonna tell.
Do it again.
Sorry, I can't do. Sorry. I'm like, you know what? No problem, sir. Because I would now go eat now, and you know my hungoverness has dissipated. I'll go upstairs and make me an egg because he's gonna be done by the time I come out, and I'm gonna be able to go to work. Right? I'm looking out the window like, I see him sweat is pouring because it's the hottest day of the fucking year on Friday. So. He come out, he's like, sorry. He packing this shit up. I'm like, damn, all right.
What'd he say again?
Sorry. Sorry, I can't do. Sorry. So y'all can figure out what that accent is. But he was cute, though. So he get in his car because when he pulled up in a Sonata, I knew shit was fucked up. I knew it. I'm like, this what y'all... All right.
No, my man pulled out a Home Depot kit.
He met OT on the Beltway. Like, let me just get that drill. Don't even worry about it. So... now I hit the big dog. I'm like, you know what? Now I feel like an ass because I really just should have hit the big dog up front. Because AAA pull up with the whole emergency kit. They come with the little plug in, And I called. I actually asked for a tow.
I remember.
Because I said, PJ, I called PJ. He was at work. I'm like, Young, you never believe what happened. He's like, yo, did you drive home? Whole story, right? Well, you can have it. I live in Atlanta. He was like, you can have it towed around to a tire place around here, right? No problem. So I said, you know what? AAA is coming. I'm going to have it towed around to these tire places because I can get to work by 1 now. Because now I done canceled.
It's getting further and further.
It's getting further and further, y'all. I'm sorry this is taking so long, but this is how I fucking felt. And if I had to go through it, so will you. So AAA showed up with a little youngin and a little bitty smart car. I'm like, yo, what happened to the big joints? He was like, yo, they dispatched you roadside. I was like, no, I need the tow truck. He's like, no, I got you. I got this high powered. And I told the lady when I talked to her, understand that this is number 3 this morning. So if they don't come with that big drill with the air, whatever, what is it, the air something?
Yeah,
they don't come with that
compressor.
one. Nothing's gonna happen, right? He showed up. The same thing happened again.
My man was stepping on a.
He was stepping on the whole body weight, and he was like, "Yo," but guess what? He said to me, "They should have dispatched you a tow, but because I work there, what did he say, PJ?
It will be there faster if I order it."
This is 1 o'clock. Right?
1 o'clock. Because I pulled up.
He was at work and left work.
Yeah, so that's fast forward time. He said 1 o'clock, right?
Yes. 6 o'clock when they came and got my truck. 6 o'clock. So I made none of my appointments that day. I made $0 fucking that day. I did eat. And I did recover from being sick or whatever. But I had to, pause. So the numbers PJ sent me for the tire place, I called them like, yo, I'm getting my truck towed over there. But this is the deal, right? I got this going on, got that going on. And they told me, don't send that joint here. I cannot help you. It is a busy day. It's the hottest day that God made. And I'm backed up and it's Friday. Please don't send your truck here, which is 2 and 3 and 4 miles. So I called 4 places around my way. Y'all know I had to have that joint sent down to Clinton. Now I called. That's what my mechanic is. Shout out to Sons of Otis, Jamil. He is the GOAT. Y'all need y'all cars taken care of. He got you. Jamil and Stick and Mr. Otis. So he said in 6403, Old Alexander Ferry Road is where it's at. Shameless plug. So I get it sent down there, and the man showed up at 6 o'clock. He's like, yo, blah, 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 whatever. He said, I got you. I said, Young, it's the middle of rush hour. The shop closed at 8. So I'm thinking, tonight, I'm going to get PJ to take me down there. Pick my whip up. PJ lives around the corner from me, y'all. So you have to know. So it's like not really out of his way to come by in school. He lives 2 minutes from me. So I'm like, PJ said, I go home, get a shower. I'm gonna scoop you in a few minutes. He picked me up. I did not call because I'm thinking he told me if I can't get it, he said it can't be gotten, and you got to fire everybody else. I got my car Saturday. Because what ended up happening was the people who changed my car, they were not American, and I guess they thought that was my last set of tires ever. They thought I was never going to ever take that tire off. They put that bitch in there, and then the rain, it rusted it, and the lug nuts locked up. So when I went to go pick my car up, I called the guy. He was like, yo, I got to blowtorch it. I got to heat him up. I got to break him off. Not going to be able to happen. So I ended up picking it up. But I wanted to say something. Shout out to everybody who helped me through this ordeal, because the next morning TJ took me to the shop. I brought all my stuff home. I did hair at my house from 7 o'clock that morning up until later that evening. But my client, Tasha Gilliam, thank you and I love you, told me, keep my car, girl. I don't care. You can keep my car and don't even worry about it. Just, bring it back when you can. And my car was done about 2 o'clock. And I got down there at 3, got home at 4:30, and I was able to make it to work at 7. And I was able to make a little bit of money.
I'm so glad you had the best weekend ever. Your weekend was so exciting. I'm very jealous of your weekend, and I wish I had a weekend just like that. Thank you, Jesus, that you enjoyed your wonderful weekend. Man,
I was like, fuck this. I do want to say shout out to Dice and Queenie who are moving. Thank y'all for we saw them off the other night. They moving out of here. If y'all know Dice and Queenie, y'all send them a little something. Say something to them. Tomorrow is Nomi's birthday. If y'all don't know me, tomorrow's her birthday. And I'm going to tell you what this bitch doing. Yes, I said bitch. She is driving to Pittsburgh, white man.
To get her a tight end?
Yeah, I told her to wear. She ain't. If she wear the
Might
right
need more
shit.
than
If she wear the right shit. She's driving to Pittsburgh tomorrow to watch the Steelers in training camp.
She's getting herself a tight end.
If she wear the right shit.
That's all I got.
If she. Oh. Speaking of football, I like how you segued that. Did y'all watch any of the shit?
Yeah, I watched some football over the weekend. I mean, week 1 of preseason is.
Yeah.
Yeah, I watch it just for the rookies, just to see what the rookies are going to do, and they showed out. Most of them did.
Who do you have higher hopes and lesser hopes for?
What, team-wise?
Team-wise.
Of course, the Ravens from high hopes for me.
Our defense looked great.
I love our defense. I mean, 5 turnovers. No, it's actually 6 turnovers. It was like 5 in the first half, 6, but 5 in the first half. And it's either the Saints got some issues, like they got a lot of issues.
Because who are they?
Who going to?
Yeah.
Who are they?
Drew Brees.
Yeah.
Yikes.
So they're because already they're talking about Michael Thomas, getting rid of Michael Thomas because, but yeah, high hopes of course my team. Secondary high hopes I would say the Bills. I feel the Bills are.
Me too.
I like. Surprisingly enough, I hated the '90s Bills, but I like these Bills. If you know what I'm saying, because there's always a different era team, and I feel like these Bills.
Well, you know why I like them.
Yeah, so
you know why I like them, right?
I don't know why.
Cole Beasley, like I just.
Oh,
is he still on the team?
Yeah, he was trying to get fired though. It seemed like for a minute he was doing a rack of shit. He was doing a rack of.
Well, anyone that can knock down the Patriots for a while, it'll be them. So that's all I'm glad for. Lee's expectations. I for one, of course, the Washington football team. I don't really give a rat's ass about them. And like I said before, the Steelers, I question them. As much as everyone relies, Big Ben will save them. I just say it's like you guys got to admit you're on a rebuilding year.
Big Ben is like,
so,
I'm out of here.
I mean, unless he'll give you a good whatever weeks, and then something will fall off. So, but like I said, it's anything can happen this season. So really, right now it's all up in the air. So, okay. But thanks to the NFL media and ESPN, they'll overhype every known rookie quarterback out there. So, and to me, it's like. It's only preseason.
What's your specs?
Well, I'll speak on my team first.
Hey.
Cowboys, we ain't going to be shit if Dak don't play. Point blank,
he's
period.
Hurt.
So his arm better be good. They better not be blowing smoke up everybody's ass because if he don't play, we are going to have another shitty year. The defense, I see the improvements trying to be made, but it all has to be put together. That's that. Any other Cowboy fans say anything else, you're full of shit.
That's that on that.
You full of shit. If you say anything else, we need that. I was most impressed by Justin Fields, the rookie quarterback for the Bears. Mm-hmm. Is the Bears finally going to be able to turn it around? They got a black quarterback that can move. He reminds me of Lamar
Jackson.
He reminds me of Lamar. He could be the NFC version of Lamar. And if they can put a scheme together for that, he'll be dangerous because I think Green Bay got one more year. This Aaron Rodgers shit is.
I think they're gonna skip this year. I ain't hold you. Like it saddens me. Like I'm glad he decided to come back, but I think look, I'm glad because it just for real. We need certain things. We need certain things. We need an Aaron Rodgers.
No, we don't.
What you mean,
Aaron?
We need an Aaron Rodgers.
I've said this.
Listen, because
go ahead. Go ahead.
Real quick, and I'm gonna let you
go ahead.
You don't realize. I mean, were you not sad when Manning left? And these people who are great, they end up leaving. You need Aaron Rodgers is old school.
5 more years,
we need him, and for we need Tom Brady. We need these people.
We good.
No, we do.
It's time to pass the torch. We good.
Okay.
Romo,
you good?
We good.
You okay? You're done?
Who was your quarterback? I forget. Please don't.
Joe Flacco.
Those are staples. Those are eggs, bacon, and milk.
Okay. You're done?
Yes, I'm done.
Okay.
Don't hurt me.
All right. Sorry, but that era, those eras you're talking about, especially like I said, Manning. When Manning retired, he retired happily. It's like, all right, He won. He won, and he left. When John Elway won his second Super Bowl, it says, "I'm done." It's like, okay, fine. It's time to move on. When you see and realize certain players got whatever they got, it's time to move on. That's why I feel like Tom Brady going to the Buccaneers, it was like, oh God, not again. Just seeing him in a position to win again. It's like, dude, go away.
Speaking of John Elway, the Broncos are trash. Like, so mad
because he's dog shit out of the Vikings.
Okay, hold on. What? Say that again.
They just beat the dog.
It's
preseason.
The youngest look decent. Listen, you got to start. When I look at preseason, I look at the young people, the person they drafted, Surtain, that was supposed to be our cornerback, look good. The youngest look good. They are quarterback. I think, honestly, they are quarterback away from being back in contention.
Do you think so?
No way.
It's not gonna happen. They got talent. They've been had talent.
A lot of teams have talent.
But who's been their quarterback for the last 3 or 4 years? Nobody.
Anybody.
Anyone. You were that quarterback.
I don't give a fuck.
I was.
The defense is good. They just need a quarterback.
Well, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing.
They're fine one.
Who's the freaking GM of that team?
Elway.
Thank you. So if he can't find a Super Bowl, if he can't find a Super Bowl replacement,
just because you're a good player does not mean you know how to pick personnel.
This is John Lynch, Hall of Famer.
This is what we're saying. But you have faith, and I like that about you. You're so positive. Shit. Anyway, proceed, sir.
Look, all I feel is it's certain eras need the time to move on. When Joe Flacco left, it was time. So when you see someone drafting a replacement, a future, it's kind of like, yeah, it's time to move on. And for the Green Bay Packers, their main issue is they when they want to move on, it's usually a few years too late. And the thing is like they did that when they drafted Aaron Rodgers, but still want to keep Brett. And then when they feel like it's like, okay, it's time to move on from Brett, so this is like, okay, cool. Yeah, Aaron Rodgers did his thing. Now it's time to move away from Aaron Rodgers.
I think they did it too early.
No, I think it's time because honestly, they only won one. They've been destined to win at least good 5 or 6. But the thing is their defense of those years could not do shit. Plain and simple.
I have a question for you. They have been sniffing the NFC East Championship
NFC Central
every year.
North.
I mean, the NFC Championship, period. Every year. You need weapons for your offense. And
speaking of championships, defense wins championships, and I said it before, and I'll say it again, and I just said it like 5 seconds ago. Their defense is shit.
Name me 2 wide receivers that plays for the Packers besides Devontae Adams.
And
nobody.
You. Kenneth Coleman.
You get the man. You have one of the best quarterbacks in the league. You get the man some goddamn weapons. Point blank.
He had weapons. He had weapons before Super Bowl 45 and even after.
I'm talking about the last 2 years. They drafted a quarterback 2 years ago,
and still to the point where your defense is shit. Shit.
They was in the game with Tampa Bay.
And their defense went to shit.
You gotta listen.
You're reaching, and I like it.
Reaching.
You're reaching.
How if your offense can be good, but your defense cannot maintain a freaking lead after the fact, your defense is shit. That is what happened to that game last year.
My question to you is, why would you waste a pick on a quarterback if you're yelling that the defensive shit you had a
because
you wasted it on another quarterback?
The reason being is they know full well it's time to move on. Let's be honest. They've had him for at least good 12 years, and it's like, I don't think we're going to benefit from him another 12 years. It's time to rebuild and move on from this. And also simple fact is like, one, you got rid of the coach ahead of time while he was still there, which was which is now your coach.
Yeah.
And then all of a sudden it's like, okay, the current coach you got can't deal with his damn diva issues. So it's like, look, let's move on. Let's rebuild and move
His
on.
press conference made perfect sense. You draft a rookie quarterback during COVID season with no preseason, limited offseason, limited training camp, and you draft a rookie quarterback that's not going to help you whatsoever and is a year behind. You get somebody that can come into the game and come onto the roster that can make an impact right off the break. You worry about your quarterback this year. They should have thought about a quarterback this year when he was doing all that bullshit and maybe traded him for some picks. They did everything ass backwards. They was a year or two too early. They should have got help. That's the whole point I'm saying. They should have got help. You should have understand your situation.
And they would have been in contention.
Listen,
had they got help. I'm asking.
Yeah, teams was throwing picks for Aaron Rodgers this year. So if you wanted to get rid of him, this year would have been the year you get picks.
So whose decision was it for him to return? For him to rescind his retirement? Who's
management?
It was definitely
they sat down
and
and
watched the press conference. He put it all on the table.
Be honest with you, Aaron feels like he's ready to leave anyway. You can kind of tell.
He's playing like it. Like he's even last year, you could tell. Like this is last year. I said that last year. Like this year, last year.
MVP type quarterback last year.
So yeah. However,
proved them wrong.
Tom Brady just pissed all over everything.
They had the best defense in the league.
The Green Bay. No, you talking about Tampa Bay?
Yeah.
Oh,
unfortunately, they had good 11 weeks.
For the record, Silk said, "Sorry, preseason is or was a dress rehearsal for the season." Just so.
Dress rehearsal.
Dress rehearsal.
Well, we got a lot
with
more
the understudies, pretty much, but that's what it is.
I'm so happy it's back though. Like for real. For all of your clothing needs on IG, his name is Dame Dollar. Dame Dollar got all the for the ladies. He got all the leggings for the guys or whoever wants to have NFL jerseys. At Dame Dollar on IG. I said I would do it, and I have pictures coming because I got some leggings already. Because I'm super happy that NFL is back in effect. Like anybody else miss it? Did y'all miss it?
Not really.
I mean, it was cool for the first
week. Like here, it's like, football season. Okay.
I just like to hear, like, if it's anyway.
I'll be more into it next week when the starters actually start.
Well, let's say this: because I put this out there early this week or last week, because Tone feels like he's ready, but are you ready for it in 2 weeks or next week? I'm sorry, next Friday.
Yeah.
So please let your public know what's going on.
No, you let them know.
Okay.
Come on.
Ladies and gentlemen, several weeks ago, you, Miss Kiki, put out some bombs to a particular show on the network, aka Chip Chat, and say you want to face them on Game Time. And Game Time is now. Last time Kiki was on by herself.
Yes.
But this time she'll be.
And what happened when I was on by myself?
You won.
Hello.
Yes.
Hello, Governor. Hello, Governor.
So this time around you'll be with Tone.
Yes.
Facing Chip Chat.
Yes.
For C Supremacy. So here's the interesting thing. I'm going to let you know. Tone said it's like, yeah, man, we're ready. I saw, we're responding, and I said, are you? So I'm just going to say this again to you. Yeah. Are you ready?
I will be. Because Chip Chat is very I will be.
Okay.
I will be.
So
I'm going into my Jeopardy bag. I'm going into my yogurt ball bag. I'm going into everything like for this. It ain't your average everyday ordinary thing, I don't think. And being as though you're hosting, you come up with the whitest shit ever. So I need to channel my inner
mayonnaise.
My inner mayonnaise.
So, well, again, it's August 27th, Friday, August 27th. I believe the time frame will be around 8 o'clock. And so yes, bring all the help you can.
It'll be a good one.
What
Yeah,
time? Give them the time, please.
It'll be 8 o'clock Eastern.
Yeah. So please tune in.
Yes. But anyway, we got also add to the fact, since this week is karaoke week, meaning the fact August 20th, we're doing our second karaoke night at Twin Valley Distillers in Rockville, Maryland. The flyer is on the Rip Radio's.
What's the date again?
This Friday, this Friday night at August 20th from 7 till 10 p.m. The first hour, 7 to 8, free drinks. And they have some really nice drink. A lot of people have complimented on those drinks.
Okay.
So I recommend you guys come around.
No, I'm gonna come. Like I am freaking off.
Yeah.
I'm off.
Yes.
No,
you're not.
I'm not. I'm not.
So, but tell your friends to come and see what
My
happens.
friends, please go.
Yes. So
In my absence.
yes. Drink. Hey, this is for Kiki.
I should have got with you so we could have made another day. Like I freaking okay. So this is my thing, right? I used to have off every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday for like 6 to 8 months. And when I went to Myrtle Beach, I came back and the world was upended because now I have to work every other weekend. And if I work every other weekend, the weekend that I work, I'm off that Friday. But the weekend that I'm off, I have to work that Friday and that Monday, which is why you kind of see me leave or whatever.
Right.
Like today, I'm in. I ain't going nowhere today because I worked yesterday.
Right.
So I should have gotten with you to and the show is Friday. It's Friday. Our game.
The game is Friday, August 27th.
Oh.
But karaoke is
Karaoke.
August 20th.
Okay.
So yeah, come join, get drunk, try to sing.
Try to sing.
So I sang a couple songs last time. So
Yeah, get drunk first.
The topic of the show today. I woke up today and I received an inbox this morning. No, today. Like I woke up, I got home today at 9. I was in the bed by 12 and I was up by 2:30. And Tony sent me this thing that I sent to you, Fat Free Mayonnaise. Could you show our people what the newest thing is? So 1 moment. So y'all can see this. Huh?
I didn't say anything.
Some bullshit, yeah. Watch this. So I'm going to give y'all what you're looking at in a minute.
My baby Cooper. I'm talking right here. This is what I'm talking. So look, what y'all want to talk about?
See the newborn?
What y'all want to talk about? The baby's not staying here. Look, let me tell you something. The baby does not have any drugs in his system. Does he? Does he? Does he? Hold on. Don't do that to me. Let go. Let go of me. Please. No. You guys, I have not broke a law. You guys cannot do this to me. I know, but you guys are trying to take my baby. Please let go of me. Please.
I will cut the backpack if you don't let go of your arm.
No, please.
Let go of your arm. I'll cut it.
Please let go of me.
She's got a bag.
You guys, please let go of me.
I got it, Cooper.
Oh my God.
I got it.
Please let go of me.
I can't see the cuff. Go ahead and get the other cuff, and then we can.
I can't breathe. I cannot breathe.
I got it, Cooper.
Oh my God.
I got it.
Please let go of me.
I can't see the cuff. Go ahead and get the other cuff, and then we can.
I can't breathe. I cannot breathe.
Let go of your hand, or you're gonna get resisting as well.
I have the bag on my head. That's why I can't let it go. What are you doing?
The hand I'm on. Got it.
Okay, now listen. Hold on. Wait. Listen. Where's my shoe at? Can I have it? You need to come talk to me because look what you just did. What are you trying to take my baby for? No, you did not try to. You don't know.
Talk to me. You kicked me out of the room.
Because I'm so upset. They kidnapped my baby.
Listen, and I
Please.
understand, ma'am, that you are.
You don't understand what's going on.
But you have to give me a chance to explain to you the situation
But-
that's going on.
But you know,
This way.
I don't want to. I don't want to go.
Here we're going.
Don't. Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Where's my baby? Where's my baby?
Where we going?
Why did you guys let me do that to me? Why are you going to nothing?
312 B, 10-4.
You guys need to bring my baby. Can you let me?
Sit.
Don't talk to me.
Sit.
Don't talk to me like that. You know, do you like black people? Don't talk to me like that, Mr. Church. Whatever your name is, I have not done nothing. I don't want you in my room. Can you get out?
No.
Mr. Cooper. Can you get him out of my room, please?
I'm at this sort of leeway right now. I'm really disorderly. We have to calm down.
I'm calm.
What's your name?
Kimberly, I'm calm.
What was your last name?
Sellers, no, I'm calm. Listen, I'm calm.
Well, we have a supervisor coming up, so they're going to really try to help out.
Okay. Can you get Church out of my room,
Well,
please?
that's going to be a supervisor. 312 B, that's affirmative.
He choked me, like literally I cannot breathe.
I didn't see you choking. I was worried whenever you said you couldn't.
Who's going first? Who wants this? Who want at it? Who wants it? You want some of this, PJ?
Some of this smoke. Okay.
I need you. Hold on. First of all, I need you to interpret what you saw for the people who kind of might be confused about what did you understand the situation to be.
All right. So I'm a Lord. So I'm a jump towards the end a little bit based on the doctor or the nurse trying to explain to her. Mm-hmm. There was definitely a reason why they called.
Now,
they called a police officer.
You want to tag me in? I'll tell you what it is.
Sure. Can you tell me what it is?
So, backstory. And this is per the comments that I wrote and per the inbox that I got. The lady was upset behind something when she was being discharged. I feel like what I got was that she felt like she was being discharged too early. So she made a scene, and they called the police to say that she was being disorderly.
Okay.
Okay, so now.
All right, so that was the reason why they called. Now, at the beginning of this video, the first officer that decided to snatch the baby, emotional. Emotional.
Whole chick.
A whole bitch with a Y. Because I don't give a fuck if we're standing right next to each other. You're an officer. If I yell at you, I can say, get the fuck out my face.
That didn't require you to.
That did not require you snatching the baby out of my hand or anything. He moved off of emotion and then moved off of logic, I feel. And instead of trying to get a better understanding of the situation, you have to understand she has a baby in her hand.
A newborn.
A newborn in her hand.
know
and
what
you just
type of
snatching the
emotions and
baby
shit?
like it was a fucking bag from a bag snatcher.
Right.
So that escalated everything. I'm pretty sure it was some shit that happened before they called. Like you said, they tried to discharge her early. She probably felt like, y'all just trying to get me the fuck out of here and get a bed. And I feel like I'm not ready to leave yet. You know what I'm saying? So that was a disagreement, but that cop was a clown. And the other cops there was clowns too. Like the first cop just escalated the situation, just made it absolutely
so the
worse.
semi-choking,
I didn't even get to that yet.
Okay,
and also, when they're cuffing her, why the fuck do you have your hand around their neck, the woman's neck? We have already been through a lot of situations about choking, I can't breathe, all that. Why the fuck do you have your hand around her neck? What, like, police officers, all y'all people that Blue Lives Matter, or all y'all people that always find the best way possible or glass half full of the situation. What is the point of you having your hands around somebody's neck, choking them
when
with
it's
a grip?
15 of y'all and the lady is disabled?
That's crazy.
Okay.
And she just had a baby, so she ain't like she full strength in that motherfucker.
White man or fat-free male, you want to weigh in on this or no? I'm gonna lie.
Why Tone keeps bringing the bullshit? I mean, damn, can't we have a fun-free day?
I don't know. I always get,
because soon as we shoot this one, we gonna have to hit that next one. So
oh, great. There's another one.
Another one, yeah.
Honestly, this again, not based off what you said. She's being discharged, and she didn't like the fact that she is being discharged. I can understand her being upset.
Yeah.
I wouldn't consider it disorderly. Mm-hmm. So
I can even understand disorderly because if you've never had a baby,
right,
your hormones are all over the place.
Compared to what the video we saw a couple weeks ago.
Correct.
Again, a distraught person can seem disorderly.
Correct.
So, I don't know. I don't know why a police, because mind you, they already have security there.
Yep.
So I don't know why they needed to bring in extra police. Unless it got to the point where she was, again, we're just seeing everything after the fact of how it initially started. And so we don't know what was said beforehand to bring the police in.
Do you feel like yanking her baby that way was endangering the child at all, or do you think that it was procedural?
Legally, it will be procedural. Legally, they felt like due to the fact of the incident that they're involved in at the hand, they feel like it's best for, in their interpretation, mind you, this is legalese, that they feel like the child was endangered, so they had to abruptly abuse. I mean,
he was more in danger of being in her hands than he was being stabbed.
Right. So it seems, now mind you, again, this is how, they'll probably pitch it, but we're, again, and like you said, we're basing everything off of emotion. As we view this, we feel sympathy for the mom because she's getting her child taken away abruptly, and again, but still not fully understanding the whole ordeal of this situation. It seems like it's like, okay, unless we understand, we're just seeing B to C. We don't know how A happened.
So I don't get, okay, so
I missed the part
say
too.
A was whatever. Was B and C enough to enrage us rightfully?
People viewing this?
Yes.
I mean, it will. I mean, mind you,
what the fuck could have happened for them? For us to be unenraged and say, "Oh, I see why they yanked her kid that way. I see why." That's why.
Again, that's where it's
better be waving a gun. Like,
there's of all these videos, let's put it this way, of all the videos that anybody will put out there that discriminates, where you see police doing something to someone of minority consent, it just felt like we're always seeing the middle part. I've said this many times. We're always seeing the middle part. It's the moment when you pull out your phone and press record, and we're seeing that middle part. We don't know.
Was that a body cam?
That was body cam. So body cam again.
Where's the beginning?
Yeah. Right. So because they showed up.
No offense. Start the body cam when they walking in the door.
But again, now mind you, as you can see, there was the corner part where you see is okay. This was shared from somebody else. Yeah. So somehow it came from wherever a lot of body cams video footage becomes public knowledge, and then they share it out after the fact. So a lot of people just edit out that little part. It's like, okay, here's the meat of it, because they felt like the beginning part, we see him walking in, we'll see him just chatting, wondering where the room is, and it's like, okay, this is where we want to start it from here. That's how editing is. It's like anywhere I know video production to the point where it's like to get people to tune in instantly.
It's like
they want that meat.
But listen, I get the meat of it, right? However, as a officer, which I am not, by the way, Silk, you can chime in on this if you feel the need to. As an officer, the same way that we spoke about this when a young girl was walking down the street and she was visibly upset and she was inconsolable and blah 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 blah. I'm called for a purpose. I need to find out what's going on.
Right.
When I show up and I don't see the thing, I feel like the choking and the throwing the kid was a little extra. And it might can be contradictory to those who watch that show. When we watched that girl and the police did all that extra shit, you know what I'm saying? I think the call, if a disorderly warrants in a hospital, I think because we have security come all the time and we'll toss your ass in the bed, you know what I'm saying? But to alleviate the chances of us hurting you and further occurring, getting a lawsuit, there's certain things that have to be done. And I don't think that any of that was done. When a girl asked them, like, you don't like black people, I'm not trying to jump to the side of racism or say whatever. I don't know where to go with this. And I can't imagine what the fuck she could have done, like, for them to throw her kid and choke the shit out of her. I can't.
Can I make a request?
Sure.
Can you play the first 15 seconds again of the video? Right at the
when
point
they come when she got the baby in her arm.
When they yanked the baby. I just want to
why he's doing that. I'm going to read this comment.
So,
Nisha said, what angers me, not that they were
here's
called,
the verse
but
15.
how they handled the baby and the choking, and Batman said it is racial.
So
Okay, this is the
you
first
can
thing
comment up. I muted their audio. So
did you?
Yeah. Because
And,
I actually want to hear the audio. I want to hear. I want to hear.
okay. Cool, let me.
Look how she's talking to her, right?
I'm about to leave. You got me fucked up. They kicked me
But
out.
look, it's still calm. She's still talking. She ain't leaving yet. She ain't moving. Like she don't look like she's about to take off with the baby. Like Run Joe and Chuck Brown.
They mad at her now. Look.
Right there. Okay, so right there. That's all I want. That cop got emotional because she raised her voice.
Does it
It's
look like
all-
the baby got drugs in his system? Does it?
That's it. That cop right there should have acted way more professional. I'm sorry, some of these bitch ass cops out there. If you watching this, you can kiss my ass. So what? A lot of y'all can't take somebody yelling at y'all. A lot of y'all bitches. Y'all was probably bitches back in high school. Y'all was probably bitches before you got the badge. And now that you got the badge, you're acting tough. Like honestly, no offense. If you cannot take an individual that's not swinging on you, that's not acting violent, and all they did was raise their voice at you, and you ready to act and jump on them,
some words that you didn't like.
like, come on, you in the wrong fucking profession. And and that part right there, that the baby being snatched, the hands around the throat, and even when she's cuffed, she's calm. They calmed her down, right? The nurse is trying to explain to her why she called the cops. The cops said, "Enough of this shit," and just yanked her away from in the middle of the nurse talking.
So why wouldn't you think that it would escalate from there? You grab my baby, my newborn. I just pushed this joint out for 16 hours. I just pushed this whole joint out, and I got my new kid. What do you think my reaction is supposed to be as you yank my baby out of my hand? Come on, white man.
Act accordingly, yo.
You see, again, compared to the 18-year-old,
Yeah.
again, a couple weeks, this one is like warranted of a lot of escalated emotions. Just like you said, she just pushed the baby. Baby gets snatched. She's freaking out. It's like, and as she's being escorted down to back to her room, to the point where she's like kept yelling out, "Where's my baby? Where's my baby?" Yes, yeah. I felt like, this is warranted for her to be emotional. So,
and did you see she had all of her personal effects in her hand? So clearly she was on the way out the door.
Right.
So the disorderly part, it was removed.
Just honestly.
Correct?
All they had to do, if they wanted to
Get the
discharge
fuck
her,
outta
just
here.
escort her out the building. That's all you
but
have
the
to
thing is, again, this is why we only see B, we only see C. B is her being, detained or whatever, and all that stuff. C is being pushed down to her room and all that stuff. It's the A part. The A part of why did she get disordered? Why did the cops get called in the first place? We don't know that. All you're gonna hear in the news report is this woman, was disorderly, and unfortunately, the police had to come in and we detained her. And I'm setting up a call for you. So stand by.
I'm cool with the cops being called. If some fucked up shit happening in the hospital.
By all means.
By all means, call the cops. It's just when the cops get there, fuck it, do your job right. They, after getting your baby snatched, after getting hands put on your throat, you getting cuffed up, they actually calmed her down, and the nurse is explaining to her, like, "Ma'am, we called the cops.
Caller, you're on the air."
And before she even got because out, the cops said, "Fuck this shit." Yanked her ass and dragged her down the hallway like Terminator. Remember when the mama got dragged out of Terminator T2?
Yes.
Yeah, that's how she got dragged out down the hallway.
Hello, caller. What up? Who this?
It's back.
Hi, Bat. What's going on?
What's up?
That's the white man, real quick. So go ahead. Tell me what's good.
How many videos do we have to see before we are convinced that it's racial?
I guess we.
I need an answer before I continue.
I as the masses, we haven't seen enough.
If we just seen a brother get killed from excessive pressure on his neck, what else do we need to see whenever another police officer puts his hand around a woman's throat who just had a baby?
Batman, you do know that every officer is telling us that those holds like that are legal. That's why I think people are swayed or hesitant to put the racial tag on things. But continue.
Those things are legal, yes, but every technique is not expedient.
True.
Everything is not necessary to use.
I agree.
My bottom line is, in watching this video, is that it is a thing now. It's been since the end of slavery. However, there's been a resurgence of the societal mentality amongst white folk that you niggas better not ever buck, dispute, or deny any request/order that you are given. You have no rights, you little nigger bitch.
True. And you're not going to raise
Sit
your
down
voice
and
at
shut
me.
up.
Yeah.
You are nothing. You are a black nigger bitch. You have nothing to say. So if you was to dare to show any emotion that I just snatched your baby, forget about the fact that the baby could have fell out of the thing.
Yeah.
Forget about that because it's a little nigger baby. Who cares? I am a white cop, and your little nigger bitch self is going to do exactly what I want you to do when I want you to do it, or you're going to suffer the nigger consequences that you are okay or you are allowed to suffer because of the color of your skin. This color of our skin is our badge of representation that we can be harmed and treated and degraded in the manner in which we have that we see on these videos over and over again. Why do we not see a little white chick getting choked out after she just had a baby?
That's unheard of.
Y'all find that video?
No.
It's going to be hard to.
No, I'll wait.
Can you find that video, white man?
Of what?
Of a white woman, if it just happened to, with the babies, with his ass.
She's going to have a pistol or something. That's fine.
Do you find, excuse me for going on about it, but it kind of got me a little heated. And I don't get heated that often. But do you see white people constantly dialoguing over there, people getting fucked up by cops? Does that dialogue go on? No, because it's not happening to them, it's happening to us.
Yeah.
It's racial. Or how many more videos needs to be seen before we acknowledge this amongst each other?
Well, hang on for one second.
Because all we can do is acknowledge it, because ain't nobody going to do shit about it. All we can do is acknowledge it. Excuse me.
No, it's true. This is true.
Bat out.
Thank you, Bat. I have one more video I want to show y'all, and I'm going to tell you the video that he's about to put up. These cops were exonerated and set free and not charged. Go ahead, white man. Can you load that one up? Y'all seen it last week. And I'm going to tell you why these cops were not charged. This is D.C. too.
Hey, Mo.
Emotional.
Why you punching? Why you punching? Why you punching? Why you punching? No, you're not. No, you're not. No, you're not. Why you hit him? Why you hit him? Now, why you hit him?
Okay. That's enough. So I misspoke. I meant to say the dude was not charged, but what I don't think that people saw was the guy had a Glock. The guy had a Glock, and I spoke to several officers about this, right? Because, like you said, white man, and I'll give you guys your opinion. I mean, give you guys the area to express your opinion. But I asked several right away when I saw it. I got a really close friend. I hit him up like, yo, you know these clowns? Because he working 7D. He's like, yeah. And he gave me his whole opinion, asked me mine. I asked my girl Spence, officer. She said whatever she said, and they were saying, or the majority was that the guy had a gun. He had a gun. He wouldn't give it up, and until he was contained, like, that action was warranted. But apparently the guy ended up not being charged because of their actions, how like they acted and blah 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 whatever. So what's your take on seeing this straight away, white man, like flat out? That's white man first, 'cause I know you.
I saw this video before.
Yeah.
And it just seemed like, one, I didn't see the gun anywhere.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to send that to you.
Yeah, because I mean, unless there's, up close police footage of where this gun is.
It is.
So, I feel like, again, it's pretty excessive.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, unless, there was an actual gun to where they needed to do what needs to be done, again, it's kind of weird. It's like I said, it's like I've always been saying, we're seeing the middle of this whole scenario. I need to see A before I can fully comment about B.
Okay. PJ?
Emotional. So we was talking about this yesterday. I was actually at a police lounge yesterday, and we was talking about this, and one of the people that was there that said they knew somebody that's, DC police officer. Mm-hmm. They was like, what was your thoughts on this? And the reply was, that's fucked up. Thank God I wasn't working that day and I wasn't in that district, so I ain't had to deal with this bullshit. Okay. And he's talking about the other cops. I still think it was emotional. No offense. You got 3 cops on a guy. They're cuffing him up. Please show me where punching him 5 times was needed in the situation.
When his hands were bound back. And because what I got from them, I'm gonna tell you what I got from them was that people do that all the time in an attempt to restrain someone, and they get loose and they got their gun because he did have a gun on him. I don't know who called him. I don't like the A. I don't know the A. I don't know why they were called. I don't know what happened, but he had a gun on him, and I just sent you. You see it? I just sent you that a second ago, white man. When they pulled the gun out, if you want to show that, you're welcome to do so.
Once again, it looks like they got him, contained, and the cop I guarantee that was an emotional move of him punching him like that. And no offense, I'm sorry, if you're cuffing me up, right? And a cop come over top like we at the go-go.
Bam.
And you should start punching me in my face.
Stealing.
Do you think I'm going to stay like this and just eat all the shots? My number one reaction is to put my hands up and cover my face. So you're telling me to keep my hands behind my back, but I'm getting punched in the face 4 or 5 times. Make it make sense. You're not helping the situation punching me in my face. Now I'm going to restrain even more. And they're actually putting a program in place to have officers check other officers. A whole training exercise that they're putting in place to show their officers to how to check other officers.
Where's it starting? Where's the kickoff? Where's the home floor? Like what state or what city is kicking this off?
Actually, locally. I hope I see that person this week. I hope I see that person this week because I want the actual name of the situation. I think it's like
because most places have
CET. I'm gonna look into it.
I think it's a trial
CET.
place, like a trial that they start right here. We're going to trial this and see.
But regardless of what, as far as looking at the video, because I don't even want that too much in depth into that because that's stuff information I can't provide answers for. So, but I will.
I can't access the video, so
You can't access it?
I get it on my phone, but I can't put it.
But do you see it though?
I see it. I saw the phone. I saw the gun.
So, yeah, well, can you tell them what you saw?
Okay, so pretty much the officers were checking the pockets and everything else. They pulled out a phone, and they're still digging. And then I see one of the officers. He pulls out a Glock and he shows it to another person out the side.
No, it's during that.
Before all the fighting.
Okay.
So he was able to just like, hey, we have his Glock, and that's what we have him for.
So now, knowing that or seeing that, does that change your opinion of any of that? I'm just asking because
again, this is the A I needed.
Okay.
So again,
with the A,
yeah. So with that A, for now, mind you, this B part again, depending on how it's cut up.
yeah,
We see him detained, we see him held up with all the excessive, punches that I felt was like not warranted. That didn't need to be happening. So unless the guy was, again, he was already handcuffed, so there was no need for him to, unless he threw out the first punch, which I saw he didn't. So again, I would agree with Mr. Goldman stating the fact that it was emotional. That on the police part, that was emotional.
okay,
Yeah, and once again, I'm sorry, cops. Y'all acting emotional is escalating a lot of situations.
but
And
I suffer when you're emotional in your authoritative state. The civilian suffers.
yeah, it's just it really puzzles me. He can have a gun, he can have a knife, he can have all that. You really think punching this dude in, like, you already got him here. You got him pressed up against the fence. You got him here. All the crowd that's there, they're watching his everybody watching their homeboy about to go down. Like, damn, this nigga got the pistol on him. Damn, he about to go down. And it's a situation where it looks like you about to detain this cop. Just look at him. Just look at the cop.
Yeah, he did not need to do that.
He did not need to do that. And listen, look at him. Now, at the end of the day, who is going to be taking 3 or 4 unnecessary punches from the police officer? I'm going to defend myself by default, by human nature. If I punch you in your face, if I come across this table and I swing on you, where the fuck your hands going?
I got to.
If I come over there and put my hands about to swing at you, where your hands going? It ain't gonna stay by your hip. Even if I'm trying somebody holding you back, like, you ever been in a fight and somebody try to hold you back and hold your arm and somebody's come at you and try to swing? I'm getting my man's get the fuck off of me, and I'm swinging and protecting myself.
Are you sidestepping the fact that these are officers and I could be charged for assaulting an officer, or you don't give a fuck because you hit me in the face and my natural reaction is to.
He ain't even swing. I'm just saying, like, even if you don't want to swing back on the officer, even if you're that type of person, say I'm not going to swing back at the officer, by default, I'm a cover my face up.
And you think that angered them more and made them restrain him more?
It's going to. By default, if you just, emotion aside, if I come at you, if I'm swinging at you and I'm trying to protect my face, and at the same time you're trying to cuff me behind my back, there's a conflict in interest right there, because my hands are going to go up. You're not going to tell me to put my hands behind my back, stop resisting. You're punching me, officer. I'm sorry, you're punching me. Like, get the fuck out of here.
That punching him, he was going to say, oh, let me not.
Like, it didn't help the situation.
Silk said, no, it's always been there, but it's usually used in a hostile situation.
You're talking about the program on top.
Viewing this video, it looks like it was made hostile.
That was made hostile.
I guess I must.
And no offense, everybody saying why you niggas. I saw somebody say niggas is always something, because I guess they got mad because they was throwing the trash can. No offense, his homies saved them, because if they did not throw the trash can and they did not put up a fight against the cops, that
to distract them,
to break it, he still would have been getting punched in his face. It didn't stop until his homies jumped in.
So at the end of all of that, the guy was not charged with that Glock because of this. Like, this was going to be bigger than that anyway. Now, I
think they made a deal.
You think so?
I don't think they made a deal. I think based off of this, I think, mind you, it's a PR thing.
Correct.
And things have gotten far, far worse with police and the public. So yeah, I can understand them dropping this case.
I think it was, I'm going to scratch your back, you scratch my back. You probably had an unregistered gun. That gun was probably illegal. And the cop did some fucked up shit to mess up the whole situation.
Don't sue me and I won't charge you.
Point blank.
You know, if it's that, then I can understand that
suing
part.
me, yeah.
And now
charging you.
Yeah, if you sue, we're gonna file charges.
And you're young.
And that's how they probably put their motherfucking foot on his neck. Like, if you sue us, you think about suing us, or go against the district, we're gonna fuck your life up because we're gonna charge you with this gun.
And being as though you're in the city, you know how that can definitely happen. That definitely can happen. Like, you got charged with a gun in D.C., bro. I've heard that is the worst case ever. Because even when you go for your gun license, D.C. is not included in that. Like, D.C. is the worst place to have a gun, especially if it's unregistered. Like, it just is, and it's visible. You're carrying. It's not concealed. It is. I'm sure it was fucking loaded. And I know you didn't go and get that. I know it's not registered.
D.C. has a license to carry.
No.
Just ask him.
No. You can get all the way around D.C. All the way around. I think like Utah, they say Utah's like the hardest one to get, but I think Maryland, DC, you could kiss if you were not an officer in DC. I don't even think you can have a gun.
Okay, Bruce. No, I was just because Bruce has a thought of him having a license to carry into our minds, but I mean, if it's not a license to carry, you can't even say state. Because
DC's not a state.
Not a state.
It's a district.
Not yet.
Not yet.
So DC, yeah, DC. I thought DC doesn't allow personal weapons, and I think
you can't get a conceal and carry. Can't entice. You better check that again, sis. You better check that again. She said you can't get a conceal and carry in DC. You better check that again. That I think it's stipulations like it's business and officials. You better check that again. And if I'm wrong, I definitely apologize to you on air. But when I was I'm currently going through mine right now, and that is the only one. Like they are. You can get one in DC. He said, y'all better check that.
Hey, apply. I mean, you can go right here on to the
what did it say?
DC.gov, applying for a license to carry in a handgun.
But what is it though? Like, what are the stipulations?
This is
remember the insurgency. Some white folks were arrested for carrying a weapon, huh? Maryland, you have to have a business. Yes, you can.
So, regardless of what the stipulations and the steps and stuff, there is a way to get to carry.
Like I said, like you said, it is stipulations, but you can get one.
So, with that being said,
I know he ain't stipulated.
You cannot jump as a cop. You can't jump the gun. Literally, no pun intended. I failed to. I wish I could see if they asked him, is he carrying a possessive weapon, or did they go through that protocol once they had his ass pressed up against?
Somebody probably called because he had that motherfucker. Probably hip on hip. They outside DCing. You know what I'm saying?
I'm gonna be honest with you. I probably doubt if it was called for the gun. It was probably some other shit.
DCing? That's what I'm saying. That's what I call DCing. Like, just hanging out, doing your thing, not bothering the motherfucker, but bothering the motherfucker.
But the cop, so if that's the case, the cop, I feel like them walking up on him and having a gun in his pocket.
Okay. I'm sorry to interrupt. Here's what the summary of District of Columbia gun laws.
Hey, we learned something on the Real Talk Uncensored.
Yes. So it states here, and this is from their from the web of, it's the usconcealedcarry.com.
Okay.
States this: Washington D.C. shall issue district with concealed weapons license issued by D.C.'s Metropolitan Police. So the Metropolitan Police issues out the gun license. Mm-hmm. All firearms must be registered, and this process acts as a permit to purchase. Individuals cannot possess ammunition without a valid registration of a firearm. Open carry is illegal in D.C. It is illegal. District of Columbia concealed carry pistol license are required in order to conceal carry and are issued to residents and non-residents, and require a firearms training course that has been approved by the Metro Police. Okay. And you must be 21 or over to conceal a carry weapon.
And this is from Tavio. He said, I have a concealed and carry from North Carolina, but I can't have it in Maryland and most definitely not in D.C. Some transfer from state to state, says Trevor. Batman said, yes, you can. 21 and over and must be registered. Last person.
He said they was witnessing a hand-to-hand transaction, so they saw a drug deal go down.
So there's a difference between
They had a tip
owning
on a drug
and carrying, says Anisha. To hell with all that. I'm a thug, says Silk.
All right, trick daddy.
Last question of the day before we get up out of here. We think we got like 15 minutes before we get up here. PJ, the question that I asked you earlier, and I forget what it was. You remember what I asked you?
What? Forgiveness of something that you've done in the past. That ain't ring a bell?
Yeah.
There you go.
I was asking, the question was, should you be forgiven for shit that you did when you was young and dumb? Like, should you have to go and could you be forgiven? Like, shit that you did when you was 18, didn't know no better. Like, should that still be hung over your head? That's that sort of thing. To women? To
all. Listen,
to all.
I don't give a fuck how much time has been put on the table. You know they say that time heals all
So
wounds?
they say.
So they say. Some things are deserving of a conversation. If you did some fucked up shit to me in the past and you just feel like, oh, that was 5 years ago, he should be over it.
We was in high school. What the fuck?
I don't give a fuck.
I get that all the time. We was in high school. We was kids.
So explain yourself.
Says my baby daddy. But I digress.
Listen, at the end of the day, if you trying to make amends, you need to either apologize or explain yourself. And if you feel like
I said no.
And if you feel like you don't need to explain yourself, then you don't feel like you need to be in my life.
Silk said depends on what it is.
It definitely, now if it's some petty shit, like it's something small and minor, you know what I'm saying? Because you know, some people, they'll walk around Earth and think that you're actually mad at them. And the whole time, I'm like, I don't give a fuck about that shit.
I don't give a fuck how small it is. If I feel a way about some shit that you did, it is valid.
But you should move like I felt it sometimes. If you know you did something fucked up and it's eating up your conscience, I don't give a fuck what you think I might think. You need to act like I give a fuck.
It's supposed to eat your conscience up, or because I'm telling you what ends up happening later, motherfuckers endure that and be like, you know, it's introspection then. Like later on, some shit that somebody did to you in high school that is done to them in their adulthood, and then they look back and think, damn, that's fucked up. I did PJ that way. Like, to me, I think that's deserving of a phone call. It's like you didn't give a fuck when you did it, but now that it's happening to you, I'm experiencing that right now. Introspection from a person. You shit on me, you did me any kind of way, and now that shit has been done to you, you come back now and say, you know what? I'm sorry. I was fucked up. I didn't realize I had done to you like that. I didn't realize the impact of what I had done. And did I move on? Yes. But did I need to hear fucking I'm sorry? Yes. I needed that.
A lot of people do, but I always take that I'm sorry with a grain of salt sometimes, because I'll be looking like, what the fuck you want?
What's your motive?
What the fuck? What is your motive? Like, are you genuinely sorry, or are you you want some dick, or you're trying to get some money? But like, why are you sorry? You missing somebody because you got dog? Like,
Sweetie said, fuck your sorry. Blackout said, fuck that apology.
But the problem is, a lot of people move like. We all had somebody that do some fucked up shit from you. Y'all, especially in these motorcycles. Oh my God, I know y'all be seeing motherfuckers you can't stand in the community, and y'all come to a party, you be like, what's up, bro? I be like, I know y'all probably be like, get the fuck out my face. You know what I'm saying? Honestly, if a conversation is not done, it was not had, then we have nothing to talk about. And if you try to come around me and act like shit all buddy, I'm gonna pull you to the side like, bro, we need to talk about something. Or I'm just going to be like, you ain't even worth being in my presence. I'm just going to move the fuck on.
Okay, so devil's advocate.
Go ahead.
Should there be a space given if a person does come back, tuck tail between their legs, and they come and say what they say? Because some people can just move the fuck on and not even care. And apparently when they did it, they didn't care. So is there a space given if I come with my tail tucked? Even if it's been 20 years. Everybody's saying, no, too much time has gone by. It's way too fucking late. If I'm coming to you now, because forgiveness is not even for you. It's for me.
All y'all motherfuckers saying 20 years ain't nothing. So let's think about something real quick. Half of y'all got baby daddies and baby mamas. If your best friend fucked your baby daddy or your baby mother while you was with them and it happened 20 years ago, are you still forgiving their ass now?
But they're going to tell you, that's extreme, Mr. Coleman.
Nope.
That's extreme.
Extreme shit happens every day. Extreme shit happens every day, and that happens a whole lot. Listen, that was the whole point. Like, a lot of shit, everything ain't small change. A lot of shit that motherfuckers that's carrying baggage, or a lot of people that's carrying these thoughts on their conscience for 20 years, 10 years, that shit is eating their soul because they know they did some fucked up shit. And if you know you did some messed up stuff, you need to come back to me home. And if you trying to, prepare this bridge or get back good with me, you need to you need to be accountable for your actions. I don't give a, there is no statutes of limitations to being accountable. Fuck that.
But people are saying that there is. I feel like it's not. I feel like because the time frame for you to realize that I've done you wrong, and time frame that I feel like I've done you wrong, it may be different.
Okay, let me just steal some money from y'all and disappear for 10 years. I'll come back. We can act like all shit, all great. We can act like everything cool. Just let me know how much time I need so I can get back in your life. So when I do some fucked up shit, I'll be like, all right, he said he'll be good in 3 or 4 years in the friendship, so I'll just disappear for 4 years now. Since everything cool now.
So you give an egress window.
Listen, if you're humble enough to come back to me, if some fucked up shit happened and you're humble enough to come back to me and talk about it, I will listen. And I could accept your apology and still not be your friend.
White man. Cause fuck you.
It can still be fuck. I could be like,
fuck you.
Apology accepted, fuck you, you're still not in my circle, but I'm glad we had to be able to have this talk. Now go ahead and live your life and get that shit off your conscience, because I ain't even thinking about your ass no more. It don't have to be buddy after the apology.
Said you can go forward looking backwards. When I'm done, I'm done. Go ahead, fat-free mayonnaise.
A lot of people would say that it was like, oh, it was in the past, whatever, move on. But somehow it, in a way, it kind of formulates how your character transcends from that point,
or not.
So, I mean, for a lot of people, it's difficult to sort of move on from that. The one giving that, issuing that pain, or the one receiving it. So, me personally, I said something stupid. I immediately realized the fact that, I was wrong, and I wanted to apologize. I couldn't say to do that person directly, so I had to use an advocate for it. So, but the thing is like, mind you, we haven't seen each other in 20 plus years, which is fine, but understandable. This is like, look, I just wanted to put this out there and let it be known. It's like, I was in the wrong. It was my mistake. I hope you forgive me for that. And if you don't want to be my friend, that's fine. So I think in that aspect, for people who are changing and realize the fact of that change, and they want to inform that particular person, I'm sorry. Hey, mind you, it's within themselves to say, hey, I'm involving. I hope you just forgive me. If you don't want to be my friend, that's like was been said, that's fine. Just as like, at least that person realized the fact that this was in the wrong. Mind you, miss it 10, 20 years down later. Perfect example, Chrissy Teigen, even though all the shit she said on Twitter.
Oh my God.
But the thing is like, unless you're following her and all that stuff and seeing all this stuff, something sparked probably that.
Yeah.
At the same time, it's like, but her to realize the fact, mind you, someone digging it up and all that BS just to exploit her.
Right.
Just to say, okay, but the thing is, not people know her issue even before the stuff coming out, because she has been going through some postpartum since since she had her miscarriage. So I think that for her, in her peace of mind, she wanted to move on, and mind you, someone has to dig it up to help her do that, then that's fine.
You know what I want to say real quick? I apologize, PJ. Unless you are perfect and you will never require someone to forgive you, I think that fuck you and fuck your sorry and your apology is a very strong stance. Like, I do things that I'm unaware of, or may have done things I'm aware of. Like, when people have shit on me, things in their life took place, and guess what? I was a place where they decided to do what they were doing, and they were so unaware of my reaction to that because I probably didn't even give one. I probably didn't even say whatever I'm going. I probably went home and smoked crack about it, like whoever knows. Or I probably, fuck the neighborhood about it because people are promiscuous behind things that happen, or people do drugs like people smoke and drink about. We got a phone call. People smoke and drink about shit all the time. So, and people are unaware. But unless you're in a position where you are never gonna be forgiven, I think that a little more leniency in these areas should be probably given, and some wiggle room. Hello, caller. What up, though? We got 5 minutes. What's happening?
Hey, this is Cinnabon.
Hey, Cinnabon.
How y'all doing?
Fine. You got 1 minute, baby. Speak.
Real quick. I mean, I can forgive and forget, but once that trust is broken, like I said, my circle, you're out of the circle because I can't trust, and it depends on the magnitude of what the person did. And I'm a big one. If I did something, I'll come to you. But there's a lot of people that they'll just stay in what they're in and just keep it going. So my thing is that once that trust is broken, it's a wrap. There's no return. Won't disrespect you, won't do, hey, what's up. But as far as in being a part of the circle, hanging out, breaking bread, nah. Well, once it's done, it's done.
You good on that?
And it depends.
Okay, baby. Thank you for your call. We love you. Thanks for
following
y'all
sound good. Love you too.
Thanks for supporting us. Go somewhere, don't go nowhere.
And like I said, to make it real quick, just because you forgive somebody does not mean that y'all buddy. But I do feel like people don't understand. People say the past is the past. People don't understand the shit that you do to people in the past. It resurfaces in the future. It's like the movie we saw. You know what I'm saying? The guy, this is a quick story, I'm gonna make it 20 seconds. The guy was in high school with another guy. The bully made up a rumor that he got raped and he was gay. Fucked up his whole life.
Yep.
Whole life. And he ended up getting back, finding out where they was, and became neighbors, and at the end of the day he fucked it's a whole story.
He fucked the guy's wife and got her pregnant.
And gave him a tape.
To the rest of his life, like, eat it.
But at the end of the day, you don't understand that we do things that will fuck people up for years and make them change the course of their actions. So the past sometimes does tend to leak to the future. So we have to understand if you did some fucked up shit and you trying to get back good with somebody, or try to get back at somebody's life, or you just trying to make things, the bridge built, you have to have that conversation. You just can't come around somebody and act like shit is all cool and all gravy. And if somebody's coming to you off the humble and trying to apologize, listen to what the fuck they gotta say. Because at the end of the day, you can accept their apology. You can still live your fucking life. You don't gotta go to the club with them next Friday. Just live your life. Make sure get an understanding and agreement and keep it moving.
Blackout said, "Widow, what if your life was involved?" And Blackout, I'm going to say this to you because I know your situation, and I'm going to say you lived through it. Forgive them, never forget. And you don't, just like PJ said, you don't got to break bread with these people. You don't got to call them on the weekend and say, let's get up. You got to do none of that. But forgiveness is for you. It's not even for them. And what I want to say, too, is that things happen that people are unaware of because people are accountable for what they fucking know. If I don't know that I affected you in a way that I did, like, how are you going to hold me up on that? And some people are unaware.
It's people walking around with...
Narcissism is real.
Yeah.
And cockiness is real. And conceit is real.
Yep. And a lot of people walking around this earth right now with grudges with people, and it's all over a misunderstanding. It's all over because it's something that you thought happened or you heard somebody say, and now you beefing with somebody or you're not talking to somebody, and all it took was a conversation to get a better understanding of what the fuck is going on. So let's talk. Listen, it's okay to talk and listen. I don't have to be your fucking friend.
You don't. But I think that forgiveness is when you get older, you start, introspection is real, and you start losing people around you. And with COVID and the Delta variant and all that stuff, and people are dropping, and the police officers doing this shit and these near-death experiences, bruh, forgiveness is for you. I do want to say we got 1 minute left, correct? Next week, we're going to have Funny Joey, Uninebriated. We're going to have, I think Aaron Green is... Oh, Lil Joey is coming in. We're going to have Spence. We're going to do part 2 of the show that we did last week. Tone, I hope you safe travels to you coming home from New Orleans. Tone will be back in the building. We're gonna have Aaron Green, the Honorable Aaron Green, will be here, and we're gonna have Spence back. So you do not want to miss this show next week. I thank you all for tuning in. I thank you all for your support, PJ. I appreciate you coming in here and standing in for Tone today. Fat Free Mayonnaise. I love you. See y'all next week. And this is Kiki, and I'm out. Real Talk Uncensored. Peace.
FFM.
Y'all be safe.
There's nothing going on. You promised. You buried it all in the past. Yeah. So what about your soul? Does it not ache at all? Or are you just done with being honest? Oh, can't keep it up forever. No.
We are Ripped Radio Network.